My bad. We let a sex offender, a child sex offender, dressed up like a girl, read to the kid. That was probably not the best thing we could do, and we're sorry. But that was great. They nailed it.
Soy Boy Chloe is 110% organic, non-GMO, or gender misogynistic depression, identitarian.
And there's no need for anyone to think that is unacceptable. We're going to shut them down and work with whoever it is to shut them down, and they should be prosecuted. You cannot intimidate members of Congress.
That was quick on Facebook. 2 in, 2 out. Booyah, booyah. That happened quickly. That escalated quickly. I wonder how everyone is doing on this Friday night. Kind of late at night. Modus operandi. You are dyed in the wool, tried and true. Ride or die. MO. I think you're the only one in here, MO. Had a few and they were like, I'm in, I'm out. Yeah. They were here. Now they're not. Sound off in the chat when you get in here if you want to be noticed. I notice when you come in. Just don't notice if you drop out. Actually, I do notice when you drop out. Gonna get going here in one quick second. Oh, you saw that, huh, MO? Yeah. Scarecrow, what's up? Hard Drive USA, what's up? Watching from Texas times. Wow, you're late night, man. All right, here. We got a few people in here. It's late, so I won't beleaguer. I always know these sayings until I get in here. Then I screw up. Beleaguer the point. Is it beleaguer the point? I need to Google this. It's detrimental dysentery. It's true. Be here, be square for sure. Oh, yes. And nobody's getting their notifications. I get so many people that tell me they miss all these notifications. It's not really a shock. YouTube is not. I'm going to go live in 1 second, guys. I'm just checking something here. Seeing how many are in there. Yeah, there's nobody over there either. Interesting. Okay. Here we go. Coming at you live. Welcome, everybody, to Friday Night with SJG Perspective. So sweet. You got a few beers left. Well, good. Should be a good one, man. Well, I don't know. Actually, I'm just going to, last night again, and I bet you, I still get a call here in a little while. The wife's doing a little karaoke in the front room. But I bet you I get a call when she gets in bed and she likes me to, come in to say goodnight. Because I'm sweet like that. But it looks like it's going to be a cozy little stream tonight. Everyone's out partying it up. I didn't expect there to be many people in it. It wasn't announced. And so we're just going to hang out. Modus operandi, Scarecrow. I think those are the two. Hard Drive was in. I think he's out already. So, anyways, how has your guys' week? How was your week? This was a crazy week, and with the news, with the impeachment stuff, I'm getting so tired of impeachment. Go away. And now it's going to get really ramped up, especially from the left. They're going to be just bludgeoning the right and bludgeoning those who already have TTS, brain damage, that already have suffer terribly from the TDS syndrome. They are going to get their brains beat in with this. And it's already happened. And I watched this little piece by Chris Coma, and he is just pretty much inciting violence. It's hilarious to me. He's inciting unrest. He's inciting violence. How anybody could ever look at Chris Coma and think that that guy is nonpartisan, which I think he and Don Lemon, I think, tried to claim that they were nonpartisan, that they were not partisan. Can you even for a moment fathom to think that could be anywhere near the truth? Is hilarious to me. They are the most partisan, knucklehead, brain dead. They suffer from a severe case of libtardation, and it is insane to me that they could try to paint themselves as nonpartisan. They are the biggest partisan hacks you will ever meet. Anyways, drives me crazy, man. It was I thought about touching on his little 5-minute montage or monologue, but I want to put a little thought into it before I take it apart. So I'm going to save that for a video. But there's so many crazy things in the headlines that I thought we would just bounce through. And you know what? One thing here. Oh, I know why. Hang on. I wanted the mood music, man. Wanted a little bit of that background mood music for the chill late night. For those of you that are down in Texas or wherever you are, I don't know where you are, MO, but you guys are laying in your bed, you got a few beers. Maybe you're not laying in your bed. Maybe you're sitting in your comfy chair, couch, lazy boy, Friday night kicking back. So I thought I would have a little cool music in the background. A little relaxing, a little meditation, zone out, 420-ish music for you, just to play in the background while we read some of these. So yes, they are. So there we go. That's better. You guys hear me okay? Am I too loud, not distorting, whatnot? Give me a thumbs up. Libtardation stealing that. Yeah, I don't think I created it, but they definitely have some serious libtardation. It usually is caused by parents where they are missing the common sense and logic chromosome, and they then they breed, obviously, right? And they raise these children in a household that doesn't have the right levels of vitamin C for common sense, and vitamin R for rational thinking, and vitamin L for logic, and it just they grow up and they drink this water without some of these minerals, and it actually causes a shrinking, and it's actually almost a lopsiding of the brain that happens. It's kind of a sad scenario. There was a whole documentary on it where these children were raised, and later on in life it's really affected them, and it's kept them from socially adjusting correctly, being able to take responsibility. They get a heightened sense of importance in them, and they feel very much elevated. It's kind of a false this delusion that they feel they're smarter than most people, and it's okay to make fun of and put down other people, like the rubes. So it's a sad situation. We probably shouldn't make too much fun of it, but it happens. And so there's that. Make sure you guys share this video out. Tomorrow I am going to try to do a live stream. My Saturday live streams have been fun. I usually have a guest on, and it's a little more planned out. Usually I'm planning them out on Friday nights. Didn't get a chance to do that tonight, but I'll try to get some time tomorrow to do that and get some good memes together. Appreciate you guys. Yes, it is. It's vitamin deficiencies. Appreciate Appreciate you guys liking the memes I put up. I'm going to try to do that throughout the week because that's me. I love memes. I love irreverent memes. I love to make fun memes that make you laugh and that are just funny and poke fun at. And I'll even put memes that poke fun at the right if they're funny enough, right? But most of them are just all on the left because it's so easy. It's kind of like shooting fish in a barrel, which is kind of hard if you think about it because the water refracts. And I speak from experience right here because there was a time back in my day when I would go fishing down on the Snake River. This is story time with Steven for all you just sipping a beer, hanging out. We would, me and my good buddy, Mark Nicewinder, there's one Facebook watcher, it could be Mark. Mark is one of my people that regularly check out the Facebook feeds. But anyways, we went to the Snake River. Went with my good buddy John. I won't say the last name because, well, just don't need to. You know who you are, John. Anyway, there was this embankment about 50 feet up from the water, and there was a whole bunch of carp. And if you don't know what carp are basically a goldfish, but they're a big brown goldfish. That it's a wild goldfish. It's not really a goldfish. It's just a junk fish. The Asians eat them. Chinese people like them, but hey, let's be real. What don't Chinese people like to eat, right? Oh, that was so racist. It's true, though. It's funny because it's true. They eat everything. We know this because of this whole coronavirus that has recently came out, right? So anyways, going back to my story. We sat up on this embankment with our 22s, which probably wasn't the best idea to shoot into the water because you would hear a few of them, and they were ricocheting off the water. But we figured we were shooting at enough of an angle not to really ricochet too many of those 22s. We were shooting straight down, and you would see these schools of these carp swimming around down there, just all over the place, swimming around. So we're up about, I don't know, like I said, 50, maybe 75 feet up on this rock embankment with our 22s, and we're shooting them. And they're surprisingly harder to hit than you would imagine. You think you're right on them, but the water refracts, and you have to figure out the refraction of the water. So they may look like they're right here, but in reality, they're right here. I don't know if you can see that right here. So you'd have to adjust, but as soon as that bullet hits, they all move. So then you have to readjust. But finally, we got sighted in correctly, and we started just chumming them up, man. And it was the water turned all red and bloody, but don't feel bad. They're carp. They are. They need to get thinned out. They're not good. They're not good to have a lot of them in there because they eat the game fish. So, anyways, shooting fish in a barrel is not as easy as one might think. It's the moral of that story. It can pose more of a problem than you realize. Speaking of posing a problem of more than you realize, would be this one that didn't come up on the segment because I don't know why. So I'm gonna have to give a second here and go bink, and now it's going to be there. There we go. Were you aware that there was a report? Can you guys hear me over the music? Okay. Yep, you can hear me over the music. I'm going to wait for a thumbs up or a 5x5 or a we can hear you. Just because I want the music to be heard but not overpowering. I feel like I'm louder than the music, but I know I got a delay, so I'm waiting for one of my, is Tyler in here? I saw Tyler, Texas. But we're good over the music. We can hear me. Yes, and hear the music. Lost everybody already. Interesting. Yes, no, maybe. Indifferent. Nobody's responding. How long does it take you? Volume I'd good. Volume I'd good. I'm gonna take that as a few beers deep, and what that meant to say is volume is good. That's what I'm going to take that to mean. So correct me if I'm wrong. Just there 2 days ago, I'm a driver. Cool. Yeah, down there by Oxbow. We were down there by Snake River, so we were down there by Oxbow Dam and Hell's Canyon Dam and Brownlee Dam. That's my fishing grounds. I haven't gone there for a few years now, but I love going down there, going bass fishing and crappie and perch fishing and catch some, to go down below the dam and catch steelhead and everything. It's a good time, man. It's a good time. Rattlesnakes, by the way, baby rattlesnakes. You know that whole thing they say about baby rattlesnakes is that they can, they're more poisonous because they don't know how to control their. Well, some people say it's because their poison is more venomous, and then they say it's because they don't know how to control and they just dump it all into you. I don't know. Never been bit by one, but I did see one. And it sounded like a bee. I was walking up this creek. I got a lot of funny stories about Snake River. We'll share them. Maybe I'll share them in and out tonight. But walking up this creek, and I hear buzz, 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 buzz. It sounded like a bee stuck in the water, almost, kind of a thing, or something. And you look down, and there was this little rattlesnake, about like this. He all curled up, and he was shaking his rattle, and it sounded like a bee. Fun facts with Steven. Anyways, it says FBI agent commits suicide after allegedly discovering Clinton Foundation looted billions from the Treasury. That's weird. Huh. Somebody commits suicide that's connected to the Clintons? That's weird. Now, to be real, obviously, not everybody that has been connected with the Clintons in one way or another. I don't think they've all been murdered by the Clintons, but I think a good majority of them have, and there's 50 or 60 of them, and it's just too damn coincidental. So it's kind of like you got to wonder, was Kobe? I don't know if that's too soon, but you got to wonder if Kobe had some connections with Hillary. All joking aside, you got to wonder. Anyways, it says a blockbuster report from True Pundit indicates that an FBI agent who committed suicide was involved in uncovering a massive Clinton Foundation money laundering conspiracy that allegedly plundered the U.S. Treasury out of billions. Which is absolutely, they did this, right? With the Uranium One deal and some of these other situations. They absolutely did. The whole thing with the Biden stuff is that Biden's son was sitting, and we know this, I don't mean to rehash it, but he really was. He was sitting on the Burisma board. And he wasn't there for his own good. He was there because Biden and a whole bunch of other Democrats were laundering basically taxpayer dollars through and back into their bank accounts. And that's why they're so angry about it. They're so upset and incensed about it, and why the mainstream media just dismissively says, "Oh, that's a debunked conspiracy theory." Is it? Is it a debunked conspiracy theory? Because it actually isn't a debunked conspiracy theory. It's actually really the truth that we don't like to talk about because it's uncomfortable for some people. FBI agent Sal Cincelli allegedly committed suicide last year in a stunning news that shocked his family. Cincelli was found dead at the Container Bar in Austin, Texas. Hey, Texas, Scarecrow. With at least one gunshot wound in July. With at least one gunshot wound in July 2019. It's hard to commit suicide and shoot yourself twice. So, yeah, I guess if you don't shoot yourself in the noggin, you could maybe shoot yourself twice, but maybe. But normally, if you're going to commit suicide, you just off yourself into the head. But he had quit a life as a high-powered Wall Street trader to join the FBI and help clean up the corrupt financial industry. Mike Moore, who writes at the True Pundit under the alias Thomas Paine, broke the news on his podcast that Cincelli may have lost his life due to his work investigating the Clintons. So we're finding that deceased top FBI special agent Sal Cincelli was a member of a team that was investigating the Clinton Foundation and had witnessed and investigated the fact that large amounts of money were being moved by Hillary Clinton through the Clinton Foundation, coming in and coming out, that traced back to the State Department during the time that she was Secretary of State. Moore said on his podcast, "This is the first time or the first proof that anybody has that she was actually taking money from public money, from the State Department while she was Secretary of State and moving it around to her cronies like the Clinton Foundation, the Clinton Cartel, and Cincelli was part of the FBI who was looking into this," he added. And incredibly, this has been on the desk of Attorney General William Barr, who hasn't done anything with it. I like William Barr, and then I question William Barr. I don't know exactly how I feel about that guy yet. The allegations, which have been substantiated by sources that have spoken to True Pundit, are that billions in taxpayer dollars were taken from the U.S. Treasury and placed in the coffers of the Clinton administration. We're talking about billions of dollars that were stolen, siphoned, funneled. A top-level federal source said, not millions, but billions. It's absolutely massive, and other members of the Obama administration are involved. Federal agents are reportedly very frustrated that the Department of Justice is overlooking the scandal with A.G. Barr, who had previously worked under the globalist President George H.W. Bush, apparently maintaining the status quo within the deep state. You look at the size of this corruption, you realize why Hillary warehoused all her State Department emails on a private server and destroyed thousands upon thousands of emails so that no one could get a look at that side of the deals. Moore said, Cincinnati may be the latest man whose name could be added to the Clinton kill count, as people who investigate the Clintons or get in the way of their pursuit of power tend to turn up dead in a mysterious fashion. Who here would doubt it? Do we doubt it? Do you think that's doubtable? Maybe there's some doubt. I mean, there could be some sensationalism in anybody that is remotely touched by the Clintons and they wind up dead. We automatically go to, Clinton killed him. But the truth, I think, is stranger than the fiction that surrounds the Clintons and all of the murders and mysterious deaths that seem to happen around them. It's just, I just don't know what the odds are. I just don't know what the odds are when you have that many deaths when you're surrounded by the Clintons. Kind of makes you wonder. Kind of makes you wonder. Anyway, I wanted to do one thing while you guys are hanging with me here. So just hang tight. We're going to do one thing here. I'm going to add I didn't send out any notifications on this. I'm going to add this over to my Discord. Have you guys joined the Discord? If not, I'm going to put the invite link up in here in 1 second. But let me get right over to here and go to my channel. I don't know how I do that here. Videos, maybe? We'll go live videos. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me while I do this. It'll just take me 1 second. Then I got another interesting little get shareable link. Link copied. Boom. Let me know here. I'm going to look down in the chat in a second if you guys don't know. You guys don't know where we're at here. That's such a stoner looking picture of me, man. That's funny when the clip it took of me there. Put this there and maybe put this here. Maybe put this here. No, not there. Put this here. And general chat. Yeah, okay. And hang on 1 second, guys. I'm almost ready to go. Don't lose faith here. Don't lose faith. Put that there. Just to kind of get it out there. All right, cool. Put it out in a couple of spots. We'll see if we get some people jumping in here. See if that helps at all. Just kind of a little test, if you will. Okay. Arkansas, Texas. He got other people coffee. Evil Knievel fell into the Snake River. Yes, he did fall into the Snake River. It was a hell of a fall, too. I'm going to put up my phone number in here, too. And I want to try something. If you guys can help me, text me to this number, okay? Text me. I'm going to see if I can build a queue of people in my Google Voice. I'm trying to see if I can do this for a call-in where I actually have people text me, line up in the text box of this number, and then I can call them back, kind of a thing. So, I want to see if it works. Text me out when you guys get. I got to switch this to here. Kind of a test run, if you will. I want to see how this works. So, wait for it to come up. Okay. So, yeah, text me to that number. Text me to that number. I want to see if it works. And when I get a text, if it does work. And once you've texted me, say, hey, I text you to that number. If you fuck up on your password, you lost. Sucks. Yeah. Yeah, text me out to that number just for a test run here. You guys are kind of my guinea pigs tonight. I appreciate you hanging out with me. But I do have a couple other things here. Let's I'm going to read a couple, scroll through some headlines, and then let's find out which ones you guys want to talk about, okay? You guys want to talk about. Let's scroll through some of these here. Maybe that music's a little loud right now. Bring it down just a hair. There we go. And this probably won't go super late, especially for all the people that are already kind of late. Got somebody in D Live watching. I don't know who my D Live. Saw you on a live video with Drone Tech and a couple others. Oh, sweet hard drive. Cool. I'm glad that you're a new subscriber, man. Glad to have you here, man. Glad to have you here. Who's in the D Live chat? Throw something up in the chat there. I see somebody's watching in D Live, and I'd be curious to know who you are. Just because I'm trying to get people to go over to D Live, and it would be so cool, man, to transfer all of my people to D Live, because it's a good app. You can download the D Live app onto your phone. You get all the notifications, which is crazy, right? You can get to share on Discord, but seeing you done it already. Well, thank you, Richo. I appreciate you guys doing that. And you guys can always do that also. You can share it again if you want to. But appreciate that, man. Anyway, I don't know what I was saying. Oh, D Live. You guys should download the app, man. It's really cool. You get all your notifications, which is weird, right? Judging from YouTube, you never miss a notification. There's if you want to super chat, you can actually super chat me. I don't need to reach my 4,000 hours, which I'm at about 2,000. I don't need to reach 4,000 hours before I can receive a super chat. Not that anybody wants to super chat me, but if you did, right? Don't use it as much. Oh, it is, huh? I didn't know it was Chinese. I don't care. You can't get the coronavirus from it, so I'm not too worried about it. They probably are watching, but who cares? But anyways, look at some of these articles here. The U.S. issues a do not go travel warning as China stalks citizens with drones due to the coronavirus. That doesn't sound that interesting to me to read. Trump bans travel for foreign nationals who have been in China for the last 2 weeks. Yeah, I kind of know that. Zero Hedge banned from Twitter after posting findings as HIV. Hey, look, I got one. Sup, brother? Okay, so I won't read out your number online, but somebody did just text me, so I'm going to have that in there. And in here in a little bit, I'm going to give you a call, right? And I want to see how that works. So now whoever just texted me, right, which was probably Richo, or not Richo, but it was probably Modus, because he said he was going to grab a pen. I'm going to guess that's Moda operandi. It's somebody else, just for, and if you don't want to receive a call, I won't call you. You can just say don't call. But I just want to see if it queues up. Because here's the reason. Instead of spending thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars for a phone system where you can queue the calls and put somebody in holding, here's my idea. We have my Google Voice number. You text me if you want to get a call, right? And you're basically essentially put on hold then, where I know you want to talk, and when I open up the phone lines, I will just go in chronological order and call those people back, and we'll talk. So that's kind of what my goal is. I think it's kind of brilliant. We'll see if it works well, but if it does, then it'll be a real good way to take call-ins, because I can do the call-ins when I want to do them, and I can take them in order as they come in. So, yeah. But I will ring you on Skype if you like, Richo says. He doesn't have a phone right now. Well, no, you could ring me on Skype, Richo, but I don't want to take a call quite yet. And that could work. Like, I could do that for people who don't have a phone, but we could do that too. But I'm not going to do that right now, because I'd have to open up my Skype and all that good stuff. So, anyways, but I do appreciate the thought. Anyways, this looks kind of interesting. I'm chill tonight too, guys, if you can tell. I'm just saying it's late here, kind of. It's probably really late. It's probably early for Australia. No, I mean in the future. Yeah, you are in the future. I forget. This is kind of an interesting. Let's read it. I haven't read it yet, so let's do a cold read on it. Zero Hedge can be questionable, some of the information you get from there, and then some of the information you get is spot on. But since other stuff is questionable, you got to kind of wonder which one's questionable, which one's not, which one's disinformation, which one isn't. But either way, it's fun to read, conspiratorially speaking. Zero Hedge banned from Twitter after posting findings of HIV insertion into coronavirus bioweapon possibility. Why is big big tech trying to suppress this report. It says big tech entities are desperately trying to suppress news that China coronavirus has HIV insertions, which indicated as a potential bioweapon. Seems like they could insert, though, a better like Ebola. That would be a better one to insert, right? If you could do it, because that's going to kill you quick. HIV, hell, man, you can live a long time with HIV. I'm not speaking from experience, but it doesn't like potentially kill you overnight. Free speech warriors at Gab.com pointed out that Zero Hedge was removed from Twitter shortly after they posted the report from their account. So breaking, Gab.com, Zero Hedge suspended. Zero Hedge. Interesting. Big tech is massively purging any tweets or accounts that mention this. Coronavirus contains, well, here's the thing though, they're on a major binge right now. All big tech, all media, all everybody is on a big, huge binge right now of suppressing and silencing any unofficial reports, right? And they're deeming it conspiracy talk, and so they just wash it. They're washing it from Google. They're washing it from Facebook, from Twitter, from search engines. They're wiping this stuff. China's making a major push. If you do it in China, you get arrested for up to 7 years if you don't parrot the official reports. But over here, across the pond, we are also doing the same thing, which is, for, what do they call it? Authoritative news. If you're not authoritative news, they're scrubbing it, which I think is dumb. Let everything out there, and the really dumb stories that don't have any backing will fall to the wayside. That's kind of the way I see it. But it says, Zero Hedge report noted that the researchers from India came to the conclusion about the virus after studying its genome. To our surprise, these sequences insertions were not only absent in S proteins of SARS, but were also not observed in any other member of the coronaviride family. Supplementary figure. This is startling. I guess that's a supplementary figure up here. It just looks like a Christmas decoration. This is startling, as it is quite unlikely for a virus to have acquired such unique insertions naturally in a short duration of time, the Indian scientists determined. Public health scientist Dr. Eric Feigl-Dong, Eric Feigl-Dong, oh man, that's a terrible name. I'm sorry for you and your parents. Noted, maybe he's Asian, who knows. Dr. Eric, but who would have an Asian name with Eric, right? Eric Feigl-Dong noted that the seriousness of the findings by the Indian researchers in a Twitter post. It says, a very intriguing new paper investigating the aforementioned mystery middle segment dubbed with S spike protein, likely origin from HIV, uncanny similarity of unique inserts in the 2019 nCoV spike protein to HIV-1, GP120, and GAG. GAG. Whoa, the author said this finding was unexpectedly related to genes from HIV virus. Notably, there were 4 gene insertions. And so, which HIV gene protein were found in the new coronavirus? GAG protein? Whatever. This startling news fits in line with Big League Politics reported last week about the possible outbreak coming from a research facility for dangerous pathogens in Wuhan, China. The Wuhan laboratory was opened in 2017 amidst a controversy that it could cause the spread of deadly diseases. A laboratory in Wuhan is on the cusp of being cleared to work with the world's most dangerous pathogens. The move is part of the plan to build between 5 and 7 biosafety level labs across the Chinese mainland by 2025 and has generated much excitement as well as some concern. Some scientists outside China worry about the pathogens escaping, and in addition of the biological dimension to geopolitical tensions between China and other nations. But Chinese microbiologists are celebrating their entrance to the elite cadre empowered to wrestle with the world's greatest biological threats. I'm not going to read the whole thing there. I got another text, maybe not. Big tech is desperate to suppress this information that could be crucial in understanding the origins of the coronavirus pandemic as the world is in panic. Goes into a little bit of a panic mode. But that's kind of an interesting little thought or topic, right? Reflection Liberty. Glad to have you in the chat. Killer Kyle, is that true? That would be population control. What did Killer Kyle say? Let me see here. Okay, thoughts here. If HIV and corona are two different types of viruses and not naturally part of each other, why is out there? China names HIV drugs as part of a treatment plan for the Wuhan virus. Wow. That's interesting. I didn't know that. You got a link you can throw up in the chat or in the Discord, maybe? Or, because I don't think you're allowed to put a link in my chat. Maybe you are. Maybe I don't know if I authoritarianly cracked down on my chat to where you can't put a, that's interesting, man. Glad to have you, Tyler. That's crazy, man. Let's Google that stuff right now. Let me Google this. China names HIV drugs as part of treatment plan for Wuhan. I'm going to Google that. I'm going to DuckDuckGo that. That's what I've been doing with the DuckDuckGo. So how did you say that here? Let's try it. China names HIV drug to treat Wuhan. Let's see what that comes up with. Anything. Whoa. That's an MSN. Holy cow. That's an authoritative news source right there. Whoa, breaking news here on the SJG late night. That is some crazy shiznit, man. Let's read this. Continue to cite. Just continue to cite. Is that really MSN or is that a fake MSN? MSN.com. I don't know if this is a fake MSN or the real MSN, but let's go here for a second. Why aren't we going there? There we go. It says, big shout out to Killer Kyle here, man, for bringing that to our attention. What do you mean, where's your wrench? You didn't get one yet? I thought I gave you one. Giving the world AIDS SJG perspective. China, what is it? George thanks Bill Gates. Yeah, right? They're giving the world AIDS. Yeah, that would be a bad day for everybody. The Beijing branch of Chinese National Health Commission said that a combination, this doesn't look like a legit MSN one, though. It looks like a fake, I gotta be honest. This doesn't look like it's really coming. It's Iron Daily. Okay, so, hang on. The Wall Street Journal, drug makers ship seeking to, China names HIV drug, Bloomberg. What? Let's try this. Is this a real, that looks like it could be Bloomberg. Yeah, claim this offer, no sign in. Okay. That one looks legit. Okay, so let's read this other one.
Great fear, which is the incubation. We produce cytokines, and then we have the prodrome, which is fever, malaise, aches, pains, and nausea, and that can vary virus to virus. Are we any smarter this morning in Geneva about the prodrome of the incubation than we were a week ago?
Interesting.
Well, the incubation period, it's really important here because they've determined that it can take about 2 weeks for the virus to incubate and then show symptoms, which, I mean, that raises questions to all the numbers that we've been getting of reported cases. So far, it's 2,700 reported cases.
True.
But will that number start ballooning given this?
I don't know if I want to listen to all that. I want to read the article. Just get to it. The Beijing branch of China's National Health Commission said that a combination of Lopinar and ritonavir, I'm terrible with pronouncing stuff when I'm pronouncing stuff. See what I mean? Sold under the brand name Kaletra by AbbVie, is part of the latest treatment plan for patients infected by the virus, which has killed at least 56 people in China and sickened more than 2,000 nationwide. This is 6 days ago, too, because now it's over 10,000 and it's killed 250, right? The NHC said that 6 days, think about that. 6 days ago, we were only at 2,000 infected. 6 days later, we're at over 10. But we probably wake up tomorrow and there'll be 15 or 20,000 that are confirmed infected. And this is coming from China, right? So we already know those numbers are going to be way more inflated. And at that point, 56 people dead. Now there's over 250 people dead. Again, we'll wake up tomorrow, probably 500 people dead. Now, when I first started talking about this, before we read a little more on this article, when I first started talking about this, I was like, something doesn't sound right. Everyone panicking this much over a flu, right? Over the flu virus, right? Because the flu kills 50 to 80,000 people a year. So I immediately, as we talked about in last week's Saturday stream with Rational, if you want to listen to it, go back. We talked about it kind of extensively because it was fresh right then. we're like, what's the real deal going on here? It doesn't seem legit, the story they're telling us. We're not getting the full story here. Something funky is in the makeup on this one. The NHC said that while there is not yet any effective antiviral drug, it recommends patients be given 2 lopinavir and ritonavir tablets twice a day and a dose of alpha interferon through nebulization twice daily, so through like an inhaler. A medical journal, Lancet, said on Friday that a clinical trial is underway using ritonavir and lopinavir to treat cases of the new virus. In the meantime, China's Center for Disease Control and Prevention will start developing a vaccine, according to the Global Times. Wang Guangfa, a respiratory expert in Peking University First Hospital in Beijing, who was infected by the virus after visiting Wuhan to inspect coronavirus patients, told China Newsweek earlier this week that his doctors recommend he take the HIV drugs to fight the new virus, and they worked on him. China on Sunday expanded drastic travel restrictions to contain the epidemic as the U.S. and France and Japan prepared to evacuate their citizens from a quarantined city at the outbreak epicenter. Huh. Interesting. China has locked down the hard-hit province of Hubei, and we know all this is 6 days ago, man. But that is legit. That they really are giving a HIV drug. So Zero Hedge breaks this, and then he is censored from Twitter. Now that's interesting. Why would he be censored from Twitter on this when MSNBC and Bloomberg, right? They're reporting the same thing. They're reporting the same thing that, I guess not exactly the same thing. They're reporting that they're giving them an HIV drug that will help treat this coronavirus. And he is saying, let's read this again. Zero Hedge reported noted the researchers from India came to the conclusion about the virus studying its genome that they were surprised these sequence insertions were not only absent in S proteins of SARS, but were also not observed in any member of the corona family. Interesting. Said the finding was unexpected related to the genes from HIV virus. Notably, there were 4 gene insertions. And so, which HIV gene proteins were found in the coronavirus? ? GAG protein and GP120 key HIV proteins. Wow. That is some interesting little quick news to blurb across, right? Think about that. I mean, that could explain the widespread panic. Now, if it treats it, it treats your immediate symptoms, but HIV takes many years to kill you. Once it's in, it takes many years to eat your body down and kill it. So could it be that was something that was, and now who released it? Would China release? They wouldn't release it on their own people to kill their own people off. You got to know our special, our intelligence officers and our intelligence agencies know what we have spies everywhere, and they have spies here. So was this some sort of a planned release to cause, worldwide panic to usher in a vaccine and also to usher in more authoritarian control? We're seeing that happen. We're seeing the censorship and everything cracking down hard right now. So it's one of those things that make you go, to make you just think about it and go, wow, that's kind of crazy. All right, let's look at a couple more articles. Guys, throw something up in the chat. If I'm looking at something, you're like, hey, yeah, let's read about that. Feds reconsider jail sentence for Michael Flynn after new documents show how government lied and framed him. That's my point. It's not natural. I think that is what they are worried about, the information. Yeah, it's definitely something that makes you wonder, right? It's definitely something that makes you wonder a little bit. I want to think a little more on that. I wonder if this is true. This will blow my mind if this is true. Eco-tyrant Greta Thunberg attempts to trademark her name so she can threaten and sue critics. Oh my gosh. I don't know if this is true or not, but it's funny. Teenage eco-tyrant Greta Thunberg is applying to trademark her name so she can make legal threats to individuals who parody her or otherwise use her name in ways she does not approve. Like, that's really going to stop anybody. They'll just kind of they'll just show a face of her. She's going to trademark her face. They'll say the old GA or GT, right? GT. That's even a better nickname for Greta Thunberg. GT. Is she going to trademark GT? Sorry, GT, you can't trademark GT. But even if she trademarked her name, it's not going to stop us from making fun of you, Greta. We're still going to make fun of you because you're sadly a manipulated, brainwashed teenage turd that has no clue of what you're talking about, and you are just simply a pawn of your parents, right? Remember those articles that came out that it was proven that her Facebook post and that she said she was writing, actually her dad was writing for her? So funny. Anyways, she's applying to trademark her name so she can make legal threats to individuals who parody her otherwise use her name in ways she does not approve. She made the announcement on social media earlier this week. This is legit too? Holy crap balls. Batman, is this really happening? Are we living in this upside? Did you really do that? It says, there's a ton of comments on this. How do you go? Greta says, imposters, trademarks, commercial interests, royalties, and foundations. First, unfortunately, there are still people who are trying to impersonate me or falsely claim that they represent me in order to communicate with high-profile people, politicians, media, artists, etc. Please be aware that this is happening and am extremely suspicious if you are contacted by me or someone saying they represent me, because there was one person that just played, I think it was Maxine Waters. She's dumber than a box of rocks, man, Maxine Waters. And somebody called her up and pretended like they were her, and just Maxine was like, oh, I'm so pleased to hear you. I'm talk to you. You're so... I'll maybe have to pull that clip up. It's absolutely hilarious, man. Yep. Yep. Wish we could get better info. Absolutely. That's my point. It's not natural. I'll look at this link in a second here. Let me try. Let's see if I can open that link. Okay, sorry, I'm going to open that link. But let me go back here to my Instagram link. Where was that? It says, extremely suspicious if you're contacting me or someone saying they represent me. I apologize to anyone who has been contacted and even misled by this kind of behavior. Second, my name and the hashtag Fridays for Future movements are constantly being used for commercial purposes without any consent whatsoever. It happens, for instance, in marketing, selling a product, and people collecting money in my and the movement's name. That is why I've applied to register my name, Fridays for Future, Scoliosis, Skullstrecki, for Climatet, etc., as trademarks. This action is to protect the movement and the activities. It's also needed to enable my pro bono legal help to take necessary action against people or corporations, etc., who are trying to use me and the movement in purposes not in line with the movement standards. I assure you, I and other school strikers have absolutely no interest in trademarks, but unfortunately it needs to be done. Fridays for Future is a global movement founded by me. It belongs to anyone, and my parents, and they just put my name on it, but that's neither here nor there. It belongs to anyone taking part in it, above all the young people. It can and must not be used for individual or commercial purposes. And third, together with my family, I'm setting up a foundation. It's already registered and existing, but it is not yet up running. Not yet up running. Maybe she is writing these, or they obviously did that to make it look like she was. This is strictly nonprofit, of course, and there are no interest in philanthropy. It's just something that is needed for handling money, book royalties, donations, prize money. She is rich as balls, and that's why she's doing this right now. In completely transparent way. For instance, taxes have to be paid before we can give them away to specified purposes and charities. I'd like to know what charities you're giving your money away to. This takes a lot of time and work, and when the foundation is fully up and running, I will tell you more. The foundation's aim will be to promote ecological climactic, you're anticlimactic, climactic and social sustainability, as well as mental health. Love, Greta. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you make fun of me? How dare you use my face and make fun of me? How dare you? Okay. There was a link there. Huh. I don't know what the link was. Your mom. Health is everywhere. What would you do with your money if you had it? What would you do with her money if you had it? Oh, look, it's a teenage puppet. Yeah, it is a fugly pucklet. It is a fugly pucklet. Pucklet. Oh, anyways, I don't mean to be on this one right now. Sorry, guys. Go to this camera. Boom. Mohammed Aloha Snack Bar. So glad to have you, Mohammed. Elt is everywhere. Elt is my new friend. He's gonna probably be in here more if I can coerce him to be here. He or she, I forget. I think it's a he. I'm not sure. It could be a they. But either way, they, them, he, sure, Zezer is pretty funny, and he's pretty quick-witted. So he's got a sharp tongue. So be careful when you mess with him, if you mess with him, because he could catch you, or she could catch you. I'm a dude. He's a dude. Okay, hey, I just didn't want to offend Elt, so it's just it's just how it is, man. I didn't want to offend anybody. Just kidding. I really don't care who I offend. Zezer. I'm all about offending people because people need to be offended. You need to be offended once in a while, people. We don't live in a bubble-wrapped world. It's okay to be made fun of, right? It's okay to laugh at ourselves. Says no one lately, ever. It's sad. It's pretty sad. Oh, this is precious. This one right here. This is kind of precious. It's a precious story. Okay. Right here. Elt is here. Elt is here, Reflector Liberty. Man, Elt's popular. He gets around. He gets around. Offend me. He likes to be offended. He likes to be offended. So we have Pocahontas, right? Pocahontas. She is an Indian, feather, not dot. And apparently she really wants to reach out and make sure that her intersectional, her intersexual, it's kind of that too. Intersectional wokeness is evident to all, right? And she again is bowing down. She's she's coming out with new things all the time of bowing down. Let's bow down to the left as much as we can. We need to bow down and worship at the feet of the almighty left, the almighty woke. In desperation, Pocahontas wants a 9-year-old transgender boy to vet her education secretary. Education secretary. This would be a perfect time for me to play a video, which I don't know. It might get I don't care. I might get in trouble with YouTube, but I don't think so because I don't think we are the internet or we're the internet. We the internet. I don't think they'll care. I'm going to go to this right now and pull it up here. I watched it on the way home today, and I loved it. It was so funny. Where's it at here? Where is it at? You guys are seeing all my behind-the-scenes notifications and everything. I don't really care. I got nothing to hide. Don't have anything porny in there. Oh, yeah, right here. This is so awesome. Hang on a second. I got to go full screen on this. You guys are going to love this. This is dedicated to Pocahontas wanting to have a 3-year-old transgender vet her education secretary, okay? This is going out to her. You guys are going to like this one right here.
Hey, Bill. How was your weekend?
Just watched a lot of football. You?
Found out my son's actually a girl.
What?
Yeah, we're all hanging out on the couch watching Netflix together, and Tommy turns to Sarah and me and says, I'm a girl now.
Wow.
Yeah, I had no
So
idea.
great.
But who am I to question my 3-year-old child?
Oh.
Yeah. You're just his parent.
Well, it's not actually his.
Right. Sorry, her. You're just her parent. Or is there another preferred pronoun? Never heard that before.
Yeah, me neither. Learn something new every day, right?
So did, start kindergarten yet?
Oh, no. Said, no, school. Also, we're starting on hormone blockers next week, so I don't really have a lot of free time.
Hey, that's parenthood.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, you have a daughter, right?
Yeah, my youngest is a girl.
Any advice?
Raising a girl's a trip. You have to be ready for anything.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like just yesterday, I found out she doesn't need to poop in the toilet anymore. Really? Yeah, she just finished potty training last month. Apparently, she
This is
just feels
so
better
great.
doing it in her pants.
Wow. Jealous.
Guys, My son's an astronaut.
No way. Congrats.
Way to go, Martha.
Thanks. It's all happening so fast. Yesterday I went into his room to wake him up from his nap, and I found him sitting on the edge of his bed with his Buzz Lightyear helmet on, screaming, "I'm an astronaut! I'm an astronaut!"
What an accomplishment.
So what happens now?
We launch him into space.
Really?
You think so? I mean, we haven't heard back from NASA, but he says, "I go to the moons tomorrow!"
Whoa. The moons.
Kids grow up so fast these days.
Tell me about it. 1 minute I'm spoon feeding my 10-month-old applesauce. The next minute, he doesn't need my help.
Your 10-month-old is eating on his own?
No. My 10-month-old doesn't need food anymore.
Really?
Yeah. He just says, "I don't want it," and then crawls away.
Need to eat food. That's so advanced.
Oh, so
Kids are
great.
just more mature now.
Hey, Todd. You okay?
Yes, sorry, had a rough night. I'm getting divorced.
I'm so sorry. Why?
My toddler?
Little Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy. Tells my wife, "I no likes Dad.
Oh, tough break.
We thought we were so happy. We haven't fought in years. But what are you gonna do? He just finished teething."
This is so great because the insanity of like Pocahontas, we'll go back and read that subject or that article, but the insanity of the left that actually we think we need to listen when our toddlers or when our young children or when our adolescents tell us, "I have a penis, but really I want a vagina," or "I have a vagina, but I really am a vagina, I'm a penis packer trapped in a vagina body. And I want to be, referred to, and I want to identify as a penis packer. I don't want a vagina anymore." This is the insanity. And so this just roasts them and just so cleverly and hilariously exposes their bullshit to where it's so much fun watching it. I'm sorry. Maybe it was just me, but I really enjoyed this. Let's finish it up. Then we'll read that other stupid article.
Knows best.
Yeah.
Why are that? You should be Viking. Why? Do like I'm the boss.
Yes, sir, boss.
Sorry, boss.
You should be Viking. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. Right for the boss.
Need your approval on this, boss?
Here's the update on the Linden report.
This needs your signature.
Sorry.
Oh, Eddie, there you are. You almost gave me a heart attack.
Mommy.
What are you people doing?
This needed his signature.
He said get back to work.
Yeah, I guess Fred got fired and now he's the boss. He said he's the boss.
He's not your boss. He's 3 years old. Idiots.
What a terrible parent.
Oh, that is so great. That is, you guys should go subscribe to that. They have a lot of really hilarious parodies and whatnot. But let's go back here. Let's go back to Pocahontas. Anyway, she says the presidential campaign of Senator Elizabeth Warren has fizzled out in recent weeks. And with the Iowa primary just days away, Pocahontas is growing increasingly desperate. Her pandering sunk to new lows on Thursday when she told a crowd in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, that she would have a 9-year-old. A 9-year-old transgender boy vet her Secretary of Education candidate if she wins the presidency in November. Are you fucking kidding me? Holy shit, man. This has got to be a freaking joke. This has got to be from The Onion. "I have 2 qualifications that I talk about over and over for my Secretary of Education," she said. "The first, it has to be someone who has taught in a public school. Hello. And part 2, because it came from a young trans person who asked about a welcoming community, and I said it starts with the Secretary of Education, who has a lot to do with where we spend our money, with what gets advanced in our public schools, and with what the standards are," I said. And I said, "I'm going to have a Secretary of Education that this young trans person interviews on my behalf." Holy shit. That's got to be a joke, man. I've got to see if that's a joke or not. I'm not going to do it right now, but it's only if this person believes that our Secretary of Education nominee is absolutely committed to creating a welcoming environment, a safe environment, and a full educational curriculum for everyone. Will that person actually be advanced to be Secretary of Education? only if they are willing, only if they are advanced enough to see the beauty of the transgender dysphoric, gender dysphoria delusion. Only then will we lift them to the highest office of educational advancement and educational direction in our country. If anybody is still confused about this, that there's not an active agenda to poison the minds of our children, to sexualize our children, to confuse our children, and to bring in an insidious and quite frankly satanic, demonic, whatever you want to call it. I mean, you may not believe in the devil or the Satan or something pure evil to screw our kids' minds on this stuff, then you're not paying fucking attention. Because it is absolutely happening. You can't watch a show. You can't listen to music. You can't listen to a politician. You can't do it without everybody bowing down. Bow down to the almighty LGBTQ, PYXD, 79XY4, Apache attack helicopter. You need to bow down and worship. Bow down and worship. Bow down. Public stool makes me smart. Makes me smirt. It sounds like The Onion, but here's the funny part, man. What's up, sir? Hello, afternoon from Philippines. Oh, so glad. I got Filipinos, man. I got a Filipino here. I don't know if you're Filipino. You're over there. You could be Filipino. That's great, though, man. We're just expanding our horizons, man. But you would think it's from The Onion. If we would have read this 5-6 years ago, you'd like, oh, that's from Babylon Bee or The Onion. There's no way that's true, right? But now, truth is stranger than fiction. We are in the fucking Twilight Zone. Pardon my French. We are in the, what's that other one with the X-Files, man. We are in an upside down world. And it's so much fun to make fun of. I gotta say, it's so much fun to make fun of. Okay, I'm going to put my name or my number in the chat here. I'd like to take a call in. So I want you guys to text this number. Don't call it, text it. Because I'm going to call one person. I'm testing a new system setup. So text this number to me, and we got 13 people in here. So if I could get 1 or 2 people to text just hello and your name, text your name and hello to that number, and then I want to try to give you a call. I'm going to wrap this up in about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. We're going to wrap this up because it's starting to get late for me. Been streaming now for over an hour, but I do want to test this out. So I'm going to see if he's still in the chat here. I had somebody that called me earlier or text me earlier, and we're going to give him a call right now and see if I can call him. How do you do that? Maybe this whole plan of mine is not as smart as I thought it was. Options. Okay, maybe I can't. Huh, that's weird. Do I have to actually dial it? Hang on. I'm going to figure this out. Call. I want to call. How do I just call? Got to call? Hi, Steven. Calls. No, hang on. Messages. Okay. Got a text message. There we go. Oh, right there. Never mind. I figured it out. Oh, I figured it out. Somebody else text me. He may have fallen asleep already. This is MO, I believe it was. This is MO. Let's see if MO answers. MO, are you there? You still with us, MO, or did you doze off? He may have dozed off. Somebody else text me. Text me to the number I just put in there. Even if you don't want to. I just want you to do it. I don't even have to call you. I just want to make sure the text comes through. Not everybody at once. Jeez.
Please leave your message for...
I'm going to hang up before that leaves a message. We don't need to dox anybody's name, right? Not going to do that. Okay, so that didn't work out quite as expected. Oh, wait, there. I'm getting a call back from... Let's answer it.
Call from...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To accept, press 1. To
okay,
send a
yeah.
voicemail,
I need to
press
change
2.
that to where you don't have to put your name in there. What's up? Is this MO?
Yeah, I was just trying to switch devices to another one because I got 10% on this phone.
Oh.
Sorry, and I was just trying to switch. But I want to call in and say I love you, brother, and everything is cool. And
I appreciate it.
And I'm about 6 beers in, so bear with me.
It's all good. It's all good,
But
dude.
yeah, I was just switching devices because you said to call in again.
Yeah.
I remembered I got on this phone and I dialed it, and then you're calling me on this one. I'm just switching phones because I
Yeah.
got jackass 3-4 phones.
Well, that's all good,
But
man. That's all
I
good.
drive for delivery, and I use GPS all the time. So I
Yeah.
go far in Texas.
Yeah, yeah.
Far in Texas. I live in Dallas.
Okay.
And hey man, it's cool shit.
Okay.
You got it going on, brother.
Well, I'm glad that you like it, man, and I'm glad that I see you in here a lot, and I appreciate the support. And like I said, I'm testing out my new system. Oh, look, I got another text there too. I'm testing out this new call-in system, so I appreciate you did that, man. And hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow too. We're gonna do another stream tomorrow, and I'm gonna do some call-ins.
Okay.
But you worked your ass off this week, god dang it. And you had a few 6 beers, and that's what you're supposed to do on Friday night when you're relaxing, right?
And dude, I'm loyal. I'm loyal.
You are loyal. You are loyal, dude.
Robert,
Mm-hmm.
Patriot Hour.
Yeah.
Drone Tech.
Yep. All my buddies.
I am in the club. You know it, brother.
I know it. They're all good. They're all good friends. Hey, so you drive a lot, and you're down there in Texas. Do you listen to Michael Berry?
Oh no, never heard of the guy.
Oh, really? He's a talk show guy. He's on like my 1190 up here. I don't know what it is down there, but yeah,
Right.
you have to look him up, dude. You'd like Michael Berry. He's a talk show guy, and he's in the evenings out, and he's down in Texas. He has the Redneck Country Club. He's got a bar down there. Yeah, and so you have to check him out.
Here's Steven.
Yeah.
I'm on my sports stations. I listen to sports.
Gotcha.
So I'm like dedicated to my sports stations.
Well, you're also dedicated to SJG and to Robert and to Drone, so we appreciate that.
Yeah.
So who do you got in
Douglas,
who do you,
Douglas and
American Joe?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So let me ask you a
And,
question. Let me ask you a question. Who do you got in the Super Bowl, man?
Oh shit. I like Kansas City's hot hand. I don't know if Joey can pull it off, but Joey for 49ers, he's like 25-4 in the last fucking 30 games. It's going to be so close.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be like defense against defense. If one defense fails, the other one's going to score 30, 40 points.
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of take it. But
yep.
I don't want to see a defense against each other, but I'm kind of leaning toward Mahomes because he can sling it like a gunslinger, like Staubach did.
He can, yeah. So here's the thing: I didn't follow much in the NFL this year. I watch UFC a lot. That's kind of the sport I kind of would like to watch, although I'm not as into it as I used to be. But I still follow it here and there. But I start following football postseason. I'm a bandwagon in that I.
Well, yeah. So am I with basketball.
Yeah.
I'm with that with basketball and postseason hockey.
Yeah.
You don't have to follow it all year to know who's doing what.
Yeah, I don't have time for that. It's too much for me. But well, hey, Modus, I appreciate the call, man, and you getting on the line. I'm gonna get a couple of the people and then hang up. But we will be doing these call-ins more, so I hope to hear from you more. And you call in. It's great.
I'll always call in.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're cool as shit.
All right.
Later, Steven. And hey, hope you get on Vincent James.
Yeah, I know. I hope I do too. I hope he gets back to me. I got on, by the way, on Sunday. I'm going to be with Jason Burmis. He's more nonpartisan, but he did like Loose Change and a few like the 9/11 stuff. Loose Change. He was one of the creators of that video, and he has a lot of great things to say. A really smart guy. And it was Sunday. I tweeted him. And he said on Sunday he would come on and we'll do a little interview together. So that's going to be a fun one to watch. So
all right, I listened to Burmis a couple of times, and I never I didn't get him I get out all the people I get.
Yeah.
And if maybe you can turn them on to me and You know, 'cause I copped out on him.
Yeah.
And but if you change my mind, and if I listen to you guys talk and everything, I might change my mind. But
All
he's
right.
kind of like out on me.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't agree with. I definitely don't agree with everything he says.
Yeah.
But I don't think some of the stuff. But I think he's a real smart guy, and I like some of the stuff
Yeah.
that he talks about. So I kind of want to talk to him. So well, anyways, brother, I'm gonna get off. So I got another person who's gonna call in. But I appreciate your support, man, and we'll talk again soon.
Oh yeah.
All right,
I'm hanging with you forever, brother.
All right, I appreciate it, Mo. You have a good night, man.
All right, later, man.
All right, dude. Later. Bye. Okay. So that was fun. That was Mo. Just a quick call. So, yeah, I had somebody just text me and they want to call me. Would prefer if you called or if you called this number. They said, okay. I won't list it out for anybody to listen. I got to type it in here. Dink, dink, dink. 1 second. Did I type that right? Hang on here. Oh no, see, I missed one there. Can I go back? Beautiful of that. I'm going to type in another number 3 here. Okay. 6. Okay, got it. All right, I'm going to try calling this one. See how that one works out.
Hello. Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
SJG Perspective. I got to change that so it doesn't ask for the name before you call in. That's annoying. Yeah, I'm not. Tyler's like, I'm not. And I honestly, I don't follow the football stuff that much either completely right now. So it's kind of crazy to me. So I'm not following it as much either. But, well, man, you gave me the number to call and I'm calling. Are we answering? What are we doing here? What are we doing? Hey, what's going on? This is SJG, man. Who's this?
Doing?
Who's this?
Gavin Griffin. You see ELT on your screen there?
Oh, well, you didn't have to give me your whole name, dude. I'm going to have to cut that
That's
out.
not my name.
Okay, good. Okay. I was like, dude, don't dox yourself. Sorry, it's late over here. Gavin, how are you, man?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good, dude. I was it's a pleasure to talk to you, and I joined you guys' Discord here. I don't know, was it last week, a few days ago, whatever it was?
Yeah, a few days ago.
Yeah, and that's how I met you. So that's cool, man. So what part of the, you don't have to give me exacts, but what part of the country are you in?
I just say everywhere because I kind of am.
Okay. That's ominous. That makes me feel like you're part of the NSA.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay. So what is the I feel put on the spot here. I was trying to think of something clever and quippy to ask you, because I know that you seem like you're pretty clever and quick-witted yourself, just from your
Thank you.
Yeah. So what got you on to, or tell me a little bit about yourself that you feel comfortable talking about online.
Well, I like to swim. I like to hike. Never been downhill skiing, though. Uphill skiing is pretty fun.
It is. It's a lot of work, though. It's a little more tiring, but you do burn more.
How I like.
It's kind of how you like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And water skiing is also fun.
Yes, it is. I was talking to a drunk guy tonight at the bar when me and my wife went out, and he was one of those space violators a little bit. You know, he was just right up in my grill, and he was like, I used to, when I was a kid, I was a ski jumper. And I was like, what? Because I couldn't hear him. It was loud. He's like, I would jump ski. I would jump. My stepmom made me do it, and I was scared the first time I did it, but then I did it, and I was really good at it, and I won all these awards. I'm like, what kind of awards do you win at ski jumping? Didn't that end like way back in the pyramids? You know, when the people back in the 50s or 60s would do the pyramid skis, you know, they would. So I don't know. That's all I could picture, because this guy was really old, and it was kind of hilarious. But yeah. So, hey, so now are some of the people that follow you bears? Because I feel like there's some bears in there. Okay. So you guys are
most of us actually got kicked out of the bears, or just decided to stop going over there because of all that drama over there with Nate and Ty and
I don't
all
know.
sorts of stuff.
I don't know Nate and Ty, but was it part of like, so I would follow Owen. And when he was on YouTube, right, I would go over there and watch his streams. And a lot of the stuff he said, I really respect him, right? And then there's other stuff where I'm like, I don't know if I can totally get behind that, but I appreciate the fact that he just didn't give a crap, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's a hard one to figure out, man. He's a hard one to nail down. And has he gone full flat Earth? Is he a full? And I don't know. Are you a flat earther?
No.
Okay. Has he gone full flat Earth?
I think he is.
Okay.
But I'm not really sure. That's the thing. So I used to be a huge Crowder fan before I started following Owen hardcore, and I keep having to smack myself in the face really hard because I keep getting tricked by actors.
Yeah.
Both of them are actors.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
so you think Owen's acting?
tell
You
a
think this
story.
whole thing's a shtick with him? Like, you
Not
don't
really
think?
sure. I think part of it is.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like he's full on believes everything. I don't know. I definitely think Crowder's a bit of an actor, right? And I don't find, and I follow Crowder still. I still watch him and whatnot, and I always wait for myself to laugh, like on his skits and his stand up in the beginning and all that, or it's like, kind of monologues, and I just never. There's always something missing for me. I never quite laugh. I chuckle on some of the stuff he does, but I don't know. That's just me. I think he's pretty informative on what on some of the things he's sharing, and I like his breakdowns on certain things. But I always find myself kind of like, meh, meh, meh. His parodies are great. They're off the chart. I get jealous of those because I do parodies, but I guess I also don't have those hundreds of thousands or $1 million budget, right? Like he does.
Right.
So I don't know, man. But have you checked out some of my parodies? Have you checked out my channel at all much?
Not a ton.
Okay.
I will admit.
Well, that's
I'll
disappointing,
definitely
Gavin.
give it a look.
You are going to be forever Gavin to me now, too. By the way.
Sure. I don't mind.
You need to go check out my Ice Baby parody that I did about the immigration. You'll like that one, I think. It's hilarious. I did all right, stop. Illegal immigration and listen. We're getting into a real bad position. This problem. You familiar with Ice Baby? You sound young. You familiar?
I am.
Okay, good. Then you will appreciate it. You will like it very much, I think. So you have to check that out. And then I did a really funny Creepy Joe one to the old super freak. She's a super freak. She's super freaky. I did a super creep one. He's super creep. He's super creepy. It's pretty awesome. I'm just proud about that one. I wrote an original MAGA, Make Antifa Go Away instead of Make America Go.
Okay.
It's pretty good. That's I'm proud of that one too. No, I'm not trying to toot all my own horns, but I'm just trying to throw some things at you that I think you'll appreciate. So you'll have to check them out. Yeah, but that's interesting about the Bears. I'd like to pick your brain on that more at another time because I don't know, and I still follow them on D Live. Do you ever watch them on D Live now?
That was around the time where I kind of gave that up.
Okay.
I will admit.
Yeah.
I haven't paid attention to him in a couple of months now.
Yeah.
Maybe 3.
Yeah. I'll
But
kick
if you
in on
want some opinions, I can definitely do some research.
Yeah, no, I definitely would. I'd like to know some of those things because he is. I just got questions on. I mean, that whole big thing he had with Nick Fuentes, and that's another one that I just like. Some of the Nick Fuentes. Are you a big Nicker Nation or Nick Fuentes supporter, or what are your thoughts on him?
Here's my opinion on him. So I've seen him do his show maybe twice, and I've seen him in 2 different interviews. And I think he's a way better person during an interview than he is during his show. I can barely stand him during his show, but when he's being interviewed or if he's in a debate, not half bad.
Yeah.
So I don't like his show any, but he seems all right.
Yeah.
I've heard he's an industry plant, though.
That's what I think. That's what I've heard too, and I seriously wonder it. There was a different tone. So he just got demonetized, which took forever on YouTube, right? But he just got demonetized on there. And I watched a couple because I quit watch. I would watch him, and then when he would really straight come out like full on like I don't like black people. I mean, like, and I don't know, like before all of this other stuff came out about him. Like we can all make our jokes on our Discord and whatnot, but I mean, I think we're both at least I am, I guess I don't know you well enough, I'm taking benefit of the doubt here, we're more concerned with really the content of who a person is than you know,
sure.
you know what I'm saying? But we also believe that free speech and all this being able to, this authoritarianism of shutting us down on First Amendment stuff is just complete bullshit, and that's why,
absolutely,
you know, we also fling the other, you know, we say what we say in our discords and everything is because we don't give a shit, right? It's like we're joking around. It doesn't really mean that. But I was listening to him before all this stuff blew up with him. And the Groyper movement when he was going after, you know, the Conservative Inc. and all that. Anyways, I thought, man, that sounded pretty damn straight, legit racist, what he just said. And I am the first person in the world that thinks the word racism is thrown around way too easily and way too, you know, and I'm totally, you can't just call everything racist. But I was listening to him like, oh, man, I don't really know what he meant by that. So it turned me off a little bit. And then, so I don't know what I think about him either. I kind of think he's a plant. But my point was, when he got demonetized, there was a different look in that dude's eyes. When he was making his $1,000 and $1,500 a night that he was making, the big fat cash, you know, he was cocky, arrogant, throwing his. But then when he got demonetized, all of a sudden there was a different tone in his voice and look in his eye that was like, you know what I mean? So I found it kind of interesting to me. I don't know.
Yeah, now you're sparking my interest. I might have to take another look.
Yeah, you should. You should. It was right after he was pushing. It was maybe last week. He was pushing this basically super chat where you, and I was going to try it actually because but where you actually link in the chat. You put a link in the chat, and when the people in your chat click on that, it takes them to another web browser where they can actually donate to you. So any YouTuber can get super chats and can get donated right through this. I forgot the name of it too. I'll have to look it up.
Streamlabs, maybe?
No, it's not Streamlabs. It's called I forgot the damn name of it, and I thought I put it in my bar up here.
Should be pretty easy to find regardless.
Yeah. I want to say Ricochet, but it's not Ricochet. Let me see my book.
Ricochet.
No, that's not it. I
heard of it.
It's called oh shit! I thought I saved it, but I didn't. I don't know. I'll figure it out, and I'll talk about. I'll put it in the Discord when I figure it out. But yeah, he was pushing that hard for people to go over there so he could get super chats, and so it was. Found it kind of interesting, but yeah, that's the thing with me, man. I just want to. This channel will grow as it grows. I always just want to be me, though. Like I don't want to try to offend people. Like go out of my way to try to be offensive, which I think Owen does at times. It's like, dude, you don't have to constantly go so hard at showing how badass you know what I'm saying? Like just be you. Yeah. I feel like there's a bit of an act, and the tough guy, I don't know, man, if he ever hears this, he's gonna crucify me, right?
He might.
I don't care.
If he ever hears it.
Yeah, he'll never hear it. He'll never hear this. I got 1,200 people, you know.
That's okay.
Yeah. But
last spring when he was going hard against the Jews, I had to listen for a number of shows to find out, okay, this is what he means.
Yeah.
Because some of the rants were pretty off the wall.
Yeah.
But then when he had one with this guy named Goldstein, I want to say, Tyler Goldstein, and that cleared everything up. And I'm like, well, why didn't you say that in the first place?
Yeah. No, and you know that made me uncomfortable too in the beginning. But then when I started realizing what he's saying is a lot of truth to it, man. You cannot call out the Jews. You say anything to the Jews, about reality that's going on, and you are just in trouble. You know what I mean? That's my wife. She's like, "Where are you at?" So, hey, hang on a second, guys. I'm going to mute this so you don't hear my call with my wife. Hang on a second. 1 second. Okay, there. I muted you guys.
It's all my fault.
What's that?
It's all my fault.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. Disabled vet called up or text me. What do you say? Just wanted to wave my hand. I want to give a shout out to Disabled Vet's perspective. He also gave me a text. I probably won't call in tonight to you, Disabled Vet, but the next time I'm in a live stream, I'm going to have this up here. I will call you first. You will be the first person I call. But if I stay out here too much longer, I'll be in trouble with the wife, and that is no bueno, man. Not really. She was laughing. She was cool, but yeah, he was cool, but or he was cool. She was cool. he was cool. Don't worry. No, I'm just kidding.
Z was cool.
Yeah, Z was cool. Well, Gavin, it was so cool to meet you, man, and to finally talk to you. I'm excited to be in your Discord, and I'm really excited that you're part of the family here. And we have a good group in here, man. We don't really get trolls, maybe because I don't have enough people yet, but we don't get trolls. We just hang out and have a good time. I'm kind of looking forward to the day when I do get trolled and I get some haters, man. That'll be fun to me a little bit, I think. But who knows?
Yeah, I love small groups. That's the thing. So
yeah.
Whether it's Bible studies, Discord groups, small groups are almost always better.
Yeah.
It's nice when there's big groups, especially in Discord, when there's a number of time zones, so almost anybody can be talking about anything at any time.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'll
But
have
at the
to pick
same
your
time,
brain on
want to have
Discord.
a really good conversation.
Yeah.
Small groups.
I have to pick your brain on Discord because I don't fully understand it or how to exploit it and really not exploit it, but you know what I mean, really take full advantage of it. And it seems like you have a pretty good grasp on how the whole Discord dealio, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to admit I've been using it pretty much since it came out in beta. So
Oh.
yeah, I know my way around.
Well, then I will, maybe one of these days I'll voice chat or I'll voice call you on that offline and we'll talk about it and you can help me get me up to speed. Or can I make you a moderator on my Discord and you can go in there and do cool things to it and make it all give me different rooms? I mean, or do you not have time to do that?
Yeah, I can do that. It's just you'll have to keep a tight rein on me because I'll just change some stuff and then you'll be like, what? I was changing people's names to a certain theme every once in a while.
I'd like it, dude. I'm down. That's cool, man. I'm hip to that. That's cool. So yeah, I'll do that. I'll hit you up and get some help with that because I'm a Gen Xer, so I'm not a boomer, but I'm close. I feel like one at times. So I'm smart once I'm taught.
Who are 66 and video call me in Discord.
What'd you
it's
say?
Not that hard. I know people who are 66 and video call me in Discord.
Okay,
so it's
cool.
Not that hard.
Sweet. Well, I appreciate the call, man, and we'll talk again soon. Call in again and then catch our. Yeah. You should catch our stream tomorrow, which I haven't really planned on yet, and I got a lot of things around the house to do for the wife because I've been doing videos and stuff. But I will do a stream tomorrow. I think I'm either going to have Rational Wrong, think he's my Australian buddy, and or maybe Drone Tech on, or Robert Noir, who's a really smart guy, and he's a really good-hearted guy and super smart, and so he's fun to have on. But we usually have a fun Saturday stream. We do meme time, and we read some memes and have fun and laugh, and it's a good time. So hopefully you check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Cool, man. I appreciate it, Gavin. You have a great night, brother.
You too. Steven, was it?
Yeah, Steven. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Have a good night.
You too, man. We'll talk later. All right. Bye.
Yep. Out here.
That was cool, man. Big shout out to Gavin. Gavin. He is seems like a really cool guy. That was fun. Well, guys, I am going to go in because it is almost midnight here, and I've been streaming now for an hour and 20 minutes, 30 minutes. This was a totally unplanned stream, and man, I had a lot of fun in it, and actually got me energized a little bit towards the end here. So I appreciate everybody's support. I really genuinely do. Excuse me, that was the burger I had earlier coming up. As this channel grows, it will always stay. You know, these you cores that have been here, you know, from the beginning will always stay close to my heart, and you guys will always be a part of the family. I don't like to get all mushy and weird, but I appreciate all you guys. You guys tell somebody you love them tomorrow. Give somebody a hug. You don't know if it's the last time you're going to see that person. And build communities around you. Build friendships and communities around you. And if all you have, because you're like MO and you're trucking around and all you have is these channels, then dive into them and find good people that care about you more than just a subscription on your YouTube channel, but care about you as a person. Find however you can, find somebody to lean on or to have a support and a community around you. That is the most important thing, is community and having like-minded people around you, but also being open. If we're going to brag about First Amendment rights and being open-minded, we have to be the leaders in that, right? And so don't be too defensive. Have fun. Don't be scared to laugh. Don't be scared to make fun of yourself. And don't be scared to make fun of other people in good nature, until next time, without fear or animus, it's SJG Perspective. And I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. See you later. Bye.